What's up, everybody? Today with another Marvel Crisis Protocol video, and this is an emergency one. We got some nerfs to some problems in the meta in the game of Marvel Crisis Protocol, and thank God it's about time. And I'm super excited, and I can't wait for the game going forward. The roster building is going to be different now, to say the least. 'Cause I'm going to Adepticon, and honestly, I'm just going to reveal the list I was going to play at Adepticon. It was just going to be Asgard mixed with Black Order and some other shenanigans that I was going to have, and I was just going to play that all weekend and just do whatever the hell I wanted. Now that's changed a bit, and I'm super excited because now I get to go back in the lab, and maybe I get to revisit my APOC list again, and that's going to be exciting. So that's going to be really cool. If you guys can't do me a favor, like, dislike, comment, and subscribe. Do all the things y'all got to do. I'm going to have that Marvel Crisis Protocol content. So let's talk about it. Thanos has been nerfed. Let's look at the nerfs, and let's talk about it. So on the strike now, it's now a wild hit for the throw. It used to be just a wild, and it is a throw. It's still a throwaway small, but it's now a wild hit. So you need 2 conditions to get it, which is really, really good. He still gets the throw. Still gets power equal damage dealt. Like the change. It just makes it a little bit harder to hit the throw now. So cool stuff there. Cosmic Blast stays the same. What's changed here is the leadership. Now, we're going to talk about this. When an enemy character, non-grunt character is KO'd, you gain a VP. Additionally, this character may use the superpowers of Infinity Gems without paying the power cost. So now they took it off of his character and put it in the leadership, and it's tied to Black Order. Thank God. This is how it should be treated. This is how it should have been treated from the get-go. Granted, hindsight's 2020, but this is a really welcome change. So now this makes Thanos just Black Order, and that is it. So at this point, like, splashing Thanos and using the gems for free, that's not happening anymore for your affiliation. It is done. Absolutely finished. And thank God. It was so stupid. The fact that every affiliation had access to this was insane. So, I mean, Death's Decree on top of that, just filthy. Welcome changed. Thank God. Now Black Order, people will play Black Order as an affiliation now. Like, cool. Like, I was doing that already, but, you know, like, now I was like, okay, more incentive. If you're going to just play Black Order, this is it. This is what you have to play. So good stuff here. Cosmic Portal is no longer enemy characters. It's only friendly characters. This is a huge nerf to Thanos, so you can only do that. I'm fine with it because if you're playing Black Order affiliated, I mean, you still have access to Mind Gem and stuff like that. This isn't as effective, right? Like, this is a complete nerf. But now you can only use Cosmic Portal on your characters and bring them up and help them out to get into the fight, which I like. I didn't think Cosmic Portal needed to be on enemy characters. I just thought it was way too much. Like, doing Mind Gem and Cosmic Portal was so stupid. On top of that, like, if you hit the nuts is I hit the wild on the strike. I did Mind Gem and I Cosmic Portaled your character. I just banished you to the end of the board. It was absolutely stupid. He still has access to Mind Gem, so I think the way to still play this character is Mind Gem, probably Space, still, because I don't think those have changed at all. So, I mean, good stuff. I love it. All right, here we go. So, Death's Decree, when another allied character within 4 of this character makes an attack during the create attack dice pool. So, this line was added here. So now they put it a step in there. So that's really good. About time. So when you want to create the dice pool, you have to do this. That's really, really good. It's still doing the same thing if you're healthy, if you're injured, blah, 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 blah. The bright side to this is that you're not going to see Thanos in, like, those Cabal lists anymore. You're not going to see Thanos in, like, these and splashed everywhere. That is a win, right? That is a huge win. I still think he'll be a menace, but just contained in Black Order, right? And that's where I want him to be anyway. So really nice, really good. I'm so excited. I am so happy that this happened today. Thank God. I thought I was gonna go to Adepticon and just play this whack shit. So all right, here we go. Injured side, just same thing. What's new here is Peerless, and we're going to go through that here because that's a new rule that was added to the rule book. And we're going to go there in a little bit here, and we're going to talk about that. All right, so he's getting Peerless, and we'll talk about that shortly. Injured side's the same. The other bright side, too. So he doesn't have 2 leaderships anymore. So when he would get flipped and go his injured side, he would lose the whole gain a victory point thing. That's no longer a thing. Because of the fact that they changed the Infinity Gems to now it's in the leadership, they want to keep that there. So they said, screw it, scrap the other one. No one liked it anyway. So this is a good change. You still get, so you're going to get your victory points now on the injured side, and you're still going to be able to use the gems for free as long as you're Black Order affiliated. Nice. All right, so let's go to Thor, the problem child of this of late last year into this year. Yeah, this character's just nuts. Um, they changed the attack range to two so it's three down to two. It's six dice now, not seven. Everything else stays the same here. I think he still gets the push. He still gets the lightning arc, which is cool. The spender is still the same. It's still four. It's still range three, so that's really cool. Have at the I think now, if I remember correctly, I think Nate already adjusted this. If not, I need to look at the card. I have them over here, and I can just take a look. I think that changed, and that's welcome for me. So let's go. Thor Hero Midgard. Yeah, then Nate already changed it. So I think this changed. I'm not 100% sure though. Let me know in the comment section down below. No, I'm just gonna grab his card. Screw it. I don't have the card. It is what it is. I think this changed. It doesn't matter. I say the Knave villain. The power of Thor is still three. The pounce looks like. Oh no, that's the pounce. I'm an idiot. Have at these the pounce. Yeah, I'm stupid. That used to be 3 power cost. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I apologize, guys. I'm sorry. Have at the was 3 power cost. Now it's 4 power cost. So now it's gonna be a bit harder to do now, which is good. They increased it. Now if you're rooted, now it's 5 power cost. So that's a lot. That's a lot of power being spent there. I think I say the knee villain change. I just don't remember. But welcome changes to Thor. Now you have to be within range 2. The dice pool went down to 6. And we'll see what happens to him. A lot of people are saying that this is like, he's completely nerfed. I still think he is pretty good. I don't think he's like, obviously, he's not as powerful as he used to be. Like, that's common sense, right? But he still can do some damage with an energy attack because energy defenses are not the greatest in this game. Arc Lightning is still really good. And the push, now, it's after the attack is resolved, so you can resolve the push first, then do Arc Lightning, so you can still do that chain of events. But pushing the pounce to 4 power was huge, right? So, he would just, leaving it at 3, it was so cheap to do, and, he would gain so much power. He already gains natively 1 more power, and it's just, oh my god, it's just absolutely filthy. So let's go to the injured side. I don't think anything else changes here, so that's cool. Yeah, everything's whatever. Yeah, so this changed from 4, so the pounce changed from 3 to 4, and the dice pool here went from range 2, and now it's 6 dice instead of 7. So really good changes here for Thor. I got so sick and tired of it. Infinity Gem got nerfed as well. After this attack is resolved, now it's cost of power. This is a welcome nerf, I think, honestly. This Reality Gem has escaped 2 or 3 changes. So, 2 changes, I guess. But it was so nutty. It was absolutely nutty. After this attack rolls attack, defense, or dodge dice before the resolve crit step, it may use the superpower. Choose one failed result, and now you pop it as a crit for the remainder of the attack or collision. So now it costs the power, so that's really cool. I think Jacob Dean was mentioning something with recal in this now. I don't know what it is, but yeah. So there's something there now that you can do, but I don't know. I need to fully understand what's going on there. But now it just costs the power now, so really welcome change there. Really good. Hellfire Club has changed. I think I'm not too familiar with Emma's leadership or remembering what exactly this did. It's now a reactive, it looks like. After I've been deployed, and let me play this card, blah, blah, blah. But I think she got an affiliation list with this now. I don't remember if it was a reactive or not. That's the thing. I'm drawing up. Let me see if I have the card here. Sorry, we're doing this live, and I don't. I just don't have everything in front of me. Look at my Hellfire Club. Oh no, that was still reactive. Okay, so what? I don't know. I don't know why this is here now. Oh, you know why? They might have added the grunt in here. Oh, I don't know what they did. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to spend my time wondering what changed here. It is what it is. So, all right, cool. So, nice welcome changes. We're going to go to the we're going to go to the rules now because there's things that have changed. Also, there's a new affiliation list that we're going to talk about. Things have changed here. I think they added the Hellfire Club now. Let's take a look. Yeah, they added Hellfire Club. So now she has an affiliation list, which is good. About time. Now you're not playing tier list the game with a really good leadership. Angel, Archangel, Cassandra Nova, Emma Frost, Magneto, Mr. Sinister, Mystique, Omega Red, Psylocke, Shadow King, Storm, and Sunspot. I'm just gonna say this right off the bat. Like, I am not a huge fan of the list right now. I personally, if they were going to make a list for the Hellfire Club, I would like to have seen new characters like Sebastian Shaw and those guys, like to flesh it out that way. And Mr. Sinister's cool, Mystique, whatever. But I would have. I mean, this is for now, right? This is to nerf Hellfire Club. Like, okay, you can't just take everything with this now. You gotta do something. And on top of that, I think it was restricted before, so now it's not. So that's a win. I mean, it's off the restricted list. It's got an affiliation now. I mean, they just put characters in there for now. Like, okay, here we'll figure it out later. Could there be some interesting things with this leadership? Yeah, I mean, I'm not like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Angel. I've never been the biggest fan of Cassandra Nova. Mr. Sinister, everybody knows how I feel about him. I just think he's underwhelming. Omega Red is another character I feel is underwhelming, but Psylocke is really good. Storm was buffed. Sunspot hasn't really done anything so far. So, I mean, I love Mystique, but, Deception's nerfed. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with the Hellfire Club. Let's see what they cook up. I mean, I think they should have just waited, honestly, and just wait until they design new characters and just filled out the list that way. Honestly, where's Bishop? I mean, Bishop was a Hellfire Club later. I mean, in the Krakoa days or whatever it was. I mean, Bishop would have been nice here to add, I guess. It is what it is. It doesn't matter. All right, so let's get to the new thing now, the Peerless, and there's something else. I think it's in the core rulebook, or it's in the errata FAQ. We need to look down here. I think it's towards the end. And we're going to talk about this. This is something brand new to the game. It looks like they're really taking a hard look at roster building and trying to stop basically putting all the big kaijus in one list. And I think that's what this attempt is. So let's get into this right now. So Reserve and Peerless. We're going to zoom in here. We're going to read this. That is some very small print. Okay, Peerless. This character cannot be part of the same squad as another character that has Peerless. So let's break this down. If you have two characters that have Peerless, they cannot be in the same roster. So if it's Thanos Dormammu, they cannot be in the same list. If it's Thanos Hulk, if it's Thanos whatever. The whole point here is if they get that letter, that Peerless thing, they cannot be a part of the same list. Okay? Done. Another new one here is Reserve. This character cannot be included in rosters, is never deployed at the start of the game, and cannot be put into play by effects that do not specifically name this character. Now, what I think this is looking like to me, so it can't be included in rosters, is never deployed at the start of a game, and cannot be put into play by effects that do not specifically. Yeah, to me, this is like a ban list. Like, if they wanted to ban a character, they just swap the reserve. So if a character becomes a problem, I think for the short term, right, until they can figure out the character, they're going to slap this reserve on them and be like, you know what, you cannot play this character until we address him. That's how I'm looking at that. And that's a welcome change for me. I'm fine with it. I don't like banning characters, but if you want to stop the bleeding and if you want to, like, hey, listen, the game is not enjoyable right now, we need to do something. Right now, I don't have the answer to adjust the character, right? This might take a couple of months. Let's throw this on them for now. Just for now. Once we do that, let's work on the character. And then once we're done, let's take off the reserve. That's how I'm reading into this. And that's really cool. The Peerless thing is absolutely great. The reserve, good idea. These two are really good idea, and welcome to the game. Thank you. This is really, really, really good. And let's get to the ban and restricted now, because there were some changes on the ban. There's a lot of changes today, guys, and I'm not fully organized on this. I've been trying to react to this right away, but I had people over, just taking up time and taking up my computer, and I'm like, oh, you guys get the fuck out of here, so I can talk about this. You know what I'm saying, with the fans. You know what I'm saying, with y'all. All right, let's go to organized play. We got to go to the Challenger event document. No. It's not here. It's not here. Where is it? Ban restricted. There we go. That's where we got to go. So, officially, Brother in Arms is banned. They got tired of this card. This card just did so much nonsense with Beta Rebuild and Thor. Research Station is still restricted. And so is Brace, so is Fallback, so is Indomitable, Patch Up, etc. But the new thing here is that Brothers in Arms is banned. They just flat out banned it. It was getting too much. and it was just insane. Like, why restrict it, right? And honestly, I'm at the point they should have just banned this. I think the reason why it's not banned is because you're gonna have an uneven number of. You still kind of have an uneven number of extracts and secures because no one really takes research station anymore. Maybe they will now. I don't know. But I would have just went and banned this, honestly. That's my opinion. But they're gonna rotate it out anyway. I think in April, or something like that, because there was a podcast that Will Schick and I think Ben did. So I think they were talking about like the new crises and all that stuff. What's going to be put in, what's going to be rotated out, etc. Blah blah blah. That's not until probably after Adepticon. So it is what it is. So I'm very excited. My hot takes right now. I mean, it's going to be a fresh new meta. I think those other lists that were held down by the Thor 2 and the Thanos nonsense get a little bit of a breath of fresh air. Now we're going to see people, try to figure out Thanos with Black Order and all that other kind of stuff instead of just splashing Thanos and just getting away with silly things. Now, Thor 2 has been reined in a bit. Those other teams can now play the game a little bit, and that's all I want, right? Like, I want a fresh meta. I want to play with a new roster. I didn't want to jam just Thanos and Black Order and just go nuts with people. Now I want to play APOC. Like, now, not that I didn't, guys. Like, that's my favorite roster in the game. Apocalypse is my favorite roster, period. Okay? Like, there's no other roster in the game that I enjoy more in this game than that right now. And, I had to shelve it because, the Asgard thing was crazy, and Thanos was crazy. You know what I mean? I had to splash Black Order with it. Now it's like, okay, the biggest problem, I think the biggest boogeyman right now, and I'm just gonna flat out say it, is Immortal Hulk, and it's gonna be regular Hulk. Because Thanos was controlling them a bit. Now that Cosmic Portal's been nerfed, I think Avengers rosters are gonna be really good now. I think Asgard, maybe look at Thor 1 instead of Thor 2 now. I still think they're in a good position. Web Warriors have always been there. I think they're in a really good position too. There's what else? There's so much. There's absolutely so much now. It's a whole new meta now. We can play and don't have to worry about the boogeyman anymore. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to worry about it because I still think Thor 2 is a pretty good character. Like, he's not as good as he used to be, right? Like, the range 3 hit is huge, and Pounce being 4 is huge, right? But I mean, he still net gains 2 power return, right? He can still explode on people, getting within range 2. Now it's more like there's a little more counterplay into him, right? So like now, you can do your eye in the sky a lot more and be more effective. Fallback, right, is a little more effective against him now. Things like that. Web pool, right, with Gwen. Right, that's going to be a lot more effective now. Now the Thor 2 player is going to have to be a little more weary of these kinds of cards and have to develop a play pattern to play around that kind of stuff, right? And that's up to the player now, correct? So, yeah. And then Thanos, I mean, honestly, here's the thing with me. I've never liked Thanos in this game, right? He was always annoying, and when I play him, I feel like I'm just steamrolling my opponents, and let me say this. I can't wait to see more Black Order lists, right? That's what I'm excited to see. Versus what we were getting, which is like just splash Thanos, whatever. Now we get to see Thanos self-contained with his own rosters, his own characters, and come up with a game plan to win the game. Like, that to me is exciting. Right? Versus before, which is like, hey, just add Thanos to Red Skull Cabal. Add more dice, do this. Or whatever. Now it's just, he is self-contained here. And now you got to figure it out. And now you got to do that, right? So I'm super excited about that. And to let's build around, like, maybe come up with something around Thanos to figure it out. Like, I'm starting to come up with ideas. He will have a weakness into the Hulks right now, which is a little scary. But we still, Thanos still has Mind Gem where he can just, move them small, and then he still has a throw. It's not as effective as what it used to be, right? I mean, losing Cosmic Portal on enemy characters is huge, right? But it needed to be done. It was very, very strong, and the amount of control he had was absolutely debilitating in the game. So I'm very excited. Thank you, AMG, man. You guys keep doing what y'all got to do. I wish this came out sooner. But hey, it came out just in time for Adepticon. I can come up with a new list now to play in the game. I would love to go back to my APOC list. I think I'm going to go back to it. I definitely want to give the Black Order Splash a try and see what happens from there. Just experiment and see what's up. If not, I'll just play straight APOC or whatever. If I splash something else, I will, right? Because me, I like to dual affiliate to deal with, if my list has a weakness, I want the dual affiliation to make sense to deal with that weakness, right? So I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. I love where the game is headed. Thank you, AMG. I can't wait to go to Adepticon and this year, which is in my neck of the woods in Milwaukee, Wisconsin this year. I just got to drive down like 20 minutes just to get there, and it's great. So I can't wait to play some Marvel Crisis Protocol that weekend. It's going to be absolutely fun. So thank you, guys. Take care. Catch y'all on the next one. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Give me your thoughts down below on the nerfs that have happened to Thanos and Thor 2. Also, what are your thoughts on the new keywords here for Peerless and I believe Reserve? Give me your thoughts on that. Just everything in general. Are you excited? Are you happy? Are you mad? You pissed? You whatever. Give me those reactions, guys. And I'm always going to have the Marvel Crisis Protocol content for you guys. Take care. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Catch you on the next one. Bye.